Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle and elders, the great millstone. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Yeah, just want to come with a quick lesson. Just as I was observing things, I was watching the news this morning and just observing things that are happening, right? So if you don't know, recently, or well, not recently, but for a couple of months now, the government has been on shutdown and TSA agents have not been getting paid, right? They've essentially been working for free. And I remember even asking that question at camp to brothers, because, this is what I was thinking is essentially that if they've been, let's just say this has been going on for, I want to say since sometime last year, let's say around December of last year, maybe November, right? All that pay, may seem like, oh, I'm going to get so much money because, they haven't been paid so much, but it's like, the taxes that's going to come on that is going to be crazy. Then on top of that, what if they don't pay you? What if they mess up certain people's pay? Then you also have to take into account, essentially, people have been working for free and things like that and working long hours as well. And then bills are still there. The first of the month is still going to come up. So it's like, how are you going to, pay your bills and things like that? The bills are not going to, or bills or your phone bill, whatever, is not going to be like, oh, well, I understand that it's a government shutdown. It's okay. You take your time. No, bills still got to be paid. So eventually that's going to cause what? Some people to, work double jobs, two jobs, multiple jobs, two, three jobs, because they still have to take care of it. Food still got to be put on the table. Bills still got to be paid, regardless if there's a government shutdown or not. So you're going to have some people quit from their jobs and things like that. Now with the introduction, within this week, I believe it happened, Trump says that he wants to send now ICE agents to, the airports and things like that. Now, when I was watching the news, reports say that they're just going to be patrolling. That's about all they're going to do. For now, that's what they're saying, right? And you even have this governor, I believe her name is Mickey Sherrill, if I'm saying that correctly. She said here, every time Donald Trump gets involved, he creates chaos for American people. This latest proposal is no different. Trump's ICE has a track record of making communities less safe, and sending untrained ICE agents to staff our airports is not an acceptable solution. Instead, it's time for Donald Trump and Washington Republicans to do their jobs and fund TSA. So you're seeing the division there, but also, like she said, anytime Donald Trump comes around with his ICE agents or whatever, right, it's always an issue. We've had the woman, Renee Good, right? And things like that. So it was like, yo, it's an issue. Because for right now, they're saying, as I was hearing on the news, reports is they are just going to patrol, nothing more. But that's going to cause people to feel uneasy. That's going to cause people to be like, yo, what the hell? So yeah, you're going to have people be on their best behavior, which, I mean, you're just going to the airport just to travel or whatever. So it's not like you're trying to do anything. But that is going to cause a sense of uneasiness amongst the American population. Then let's just say, quote unquote, some random occurrence, quote unquote, random occurrence happens and something does happen there. Then ICE agents get involved in it. See, this is why Trump's going to be like, this is why I, wanted the TSA agents. I just find it very, for lack of a better word, funny or interesting that you have this situation happening with TSA agents where they're not getting paid. You can be very sure that a lot of them are feeling unhappy about that, right? You always have those type of people, right? You always have that dynamic when you have work, right? You always have the people who are going to be more vocal about things. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? Pardon my language, but what the hell is going on? We haven't gotten paid yet. What the fuck? So you might have those people go and things like that. Then you may have people who are more patient, be like, oh, let me just wait and see how this is going to play out, right? The hopeful ones that are going to be like, yo, I just can't wait till this government shutdown goes away. That money I'm going to get is going to be so good and all that. Not really thinking about the, the tax that you're going to get. Or, like I said earlier, they may even mess up the pay, right? So you have that going on, right? And I'm very sure that some of them have already left TSA, left the job because, again, like I said, bills still got to be paid. The first of the month is still going to come up, right? And then now you have, I'm sorry, not TSA. Now you have ICE agents there, right? So it's interesting. You already have things being, hectic at the airports, right? There's Eldai Tasman even did videos. You could look up videos. There's a lot of people there. The line is long, right? And then he even went into it how you have I forgot, there's like three different systems. There's the one system that takes about 45-minute wait. There's one system that's 20-minute wait. And then the one system that's the quickest, he says the clear, and it uses biometrics. So it's very interesting that, this is all happening, right? The government shutdown, TSA agents, there's not a lot of them there because maybe some of them quit, right? And then, because of the pay situation, they haven't been getting paid. Then on top of that, the line is very long at the airports. But then you have just right there that convenience, right, with the clear system, right, where you're using biometrics to just get in and get out to go where you need to go. Excuse me. Then on top of that, now you have Trump sending ICE agents there, and like I said, reports have said that they're just there to essentially, just patrol. But then let's just say, quote unquote, a random occurrence happens and something happens. And then, oh, guess what? It's good that the ICE agents was there. Trump's going to say, oh, see, this chaotic situation happened. But it's a good thing my ICE agents were there to, quell the situation. It's just very interesting that all this is happening at the same time. Then recently, just some type of plane scenario just happened where it got hit or something like that when it was landing. I didn't quite see everything that was happening on the news. So it's just all of this just happening is just very interesting. And I'm just watching and just wanting to, just do a quick lesson. I don't have much precepts. I just have like these two here. I'll come back to Thessalonians, but this is where'd it go? All right. This is First Peter chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, but the end of all things is at hand. Be ye therefore sober and watch unto prayer. Sober, what is the opposite of sober? Being drunk, right? So you can't be spiritually drunk, be partaking or being indulged with the things of this world, right? You do your job, you do what you have to do, but then remember to be sober-minded, right? Clear-minded, right? Paying attention. When you're drunk, your faculties, your mental faculties are not all together there, right? So think about being spiritually drunk. If your mind is all over the place with worldly things, you're not entirely there. Your mind is not single. So you want to be sober. You want to be clear-headed so that way you can see and pay attention to things, your surroundings, on what is going on, right? Those people who are at, the airports and things like that, not saying if brothers travel, but let's just be honest, majority of those people at the airports, they are spiritually drunk. They're not paying attention. They're not aware. They're not seeing like, yo, this whole airport stuff is getting worse. Then we got ICE agents coming here. Maybe let me not travel or something like that. Maybe let me just take a step back, right? People still want to do what they want to do. So you got to be sober and watch, right? Keep your eye on stuff. Keep your eye on the news. Keep your eye on articles and things like that, right? And it says unto prayer, right? So prayer is a very important thing. So these three things, being sober-minded, clear-headed, right? Watching, having your eyes open, being circumspect, seeing around you, right? Like the scriptures say, be there circumspect, because the days are evil, roughly paraphrasing, and prayer. So having clear mind, watching, right, and prayer. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now, because it just, again, don't want to make this video long, but it's just very, very interesting that this is all happening. I'm just meditating as I'm watching the news, and I'm like, this is just very interesting. You have that situation with TSA agents, then Trump is going to send ICE agents over there. You already know it's going to have people feeling uneasy. Then let's just say a random occurrence happens, and then Trump says, oh, it's a good thing my TSA agents were there to, stop the situation from getting any worse. It's just very interesting that all this type of stuff is happening and things like that. So I also believe there was Thessalonians, if I'm not mistaken, First Thessalonians 5. All right. Let's just hit the points here. 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 4, it says, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief," right? The day of the Lord, right? It talks about the day of the Lord coming as a thief in the night, right? Unsuspecting when people don't suspect it. And right now, with the way things are in the world, people can see, right? Because again, people are not as dumb. I learned this from Elder Zion, my elder. And people are not as dumb, especially Jake. It's just that people are so, going back to Peter, right? The opposite of sober is being drunk. They're so into what they want to do. They just want to do whatever. They're so into the flesh that's like, fuck it. I just want to travel. I just want to go. I just want to get out of this. Because things right now in America is not feeling well. So people will do whatever it takes just to like, fuck it. I just want to escape this shit. I just want to get out of here. I don't want to be here anymore. I just want to go on a vacation or a vacation or wherever and just cool my mind. Not realizing that something can happen to where, let's just say at the airport, something happens and it's like, yo, you ain't coming back. Or you ain't going where you think you're going, if you catch my drift. You gotta realize, but that's not, see, people are not being sober. People are not being clear-headed to back. You know what? Let's hold off on things. Let's at least see if things kind of calm down and get back to a normal situation. Vacation's always going to be there, although we know that it's not. But, if a person was in the thinking from the perspective of a person that would be clear-headed, even if they're in the world, hey, let's just wait and see if things clear down. Vacation's going to be there. Don't worry, vacation's going to be there. But let's just see things calm down first, and then we're going to take that vacation. We could stack up the money as well and maybe even take a longer vacation. But let's just wait to see things calm down instead of, no, fuck it, we going now. I can't stand this. Right? People are just so into the flesh, so into what they want to do. Right? So again, verse 4, "But ye brethren are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief. Ye are all children of the light and children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness." Now, what is the night? What are darkness, right? Meaning that you can't see, you're ignorant, right? People are ignorant of the things that's going on. I'm sorry, I kind of lost my train of thought that I was saying earlier. That's what I was going to get into, right? Like I learned from Elder Zion, my elder, is that essentially people are not as dumb. It's just, Slacky, I made that point already, but bringing the point back again, Slacky, I thought I didn't make that point, is that, people are not as dumb. It's just that people want to do what they want to do, and that's going to get them caught up. Right? But we are not in darkness. We are all children of the light. We can see what's going on, and we know the proper moves to make. Whereas the opposite for people in the world, they are in darkness. They are children of the night, right? When things get dark, you can't really see. You need assistance. You need light to see in the dark. That's why the night lights come on and things like that, the street lights. Otherwise, how would people be able to drive across the road? That's why also on the cars have the lights to see what's in front of you, right? So again, verse 5, "Ye are all children of the light and children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore, let us not sleep," right? Being ignorant, "as others, but let us watch and be sober." See? So again, that word sober, being clear-headed again. Which, let me see what that may say there for sober. All right, here we go. Here it says to be sober, to be calm and collected in spirit. If you're calm and collected, that means what? You're in control. You're not feeling pressure, right? You're in complete stillness. You're just like, yo, I got this. I know what to do. Your mind is clear. When your mind is clear, think of it like like if your home was cluttered. It's hard to move. It's hard to right? It's hard to get anywhere. But imagine if your house is clean. You can walk through it and things like that, right? Think of that same thing with your mind. When your mind is cluttered, when you have a lot on your mind, it's hard to think. It's hard to process things. It's hard to have critical thinking. It's hard to come up with an idea because your mind has so many things in there. But if your mind is clear, you're calm and collected in spirit, it's easy to move. It's easy to have critical thinking. It's easy to come up with ideas. So that's what it means to be calm and collected in the spirit, right? It also says to be temperate, dispassionate, and circumspect. Circumspect meaning to look around. right? When you're looking around, that means what? You're aware. You're aware of your surroundings. You're looking around for any potential dangers, any potential threats, seeing what's coming at you. Like the scriptures say, a prudent man foreseeth the evil. To foresee means to see something ahead of time, to foresee something happening, right? Like I was talking with this Jake at my job, cool dude, and he be talking about he boxes, or he used to box and things like that, and he said he got so used to it, and he's been doing this from a youth up, that he said he can see everything, like things slow down for him, right? So he can see all the tells and things like that. He can see the feints. He can see what you're gonna do before you do it, and that's the same thing thinking spiritually, right? When you've been doing this for so long, it's like, yo, I can see everything that's gonna happen beforehand, right? So that's what a prudent man foreseeth evil. It's like, oh, being circumspect, I've been here before. I've seen this type of scenario happen before. I can already see where this is leading down. Let me, like scripture say, the prudent man foreseeth evil and hideth himself, right? Because you already know where this is going, the path this is going down. Let me step to the side. Let me remove myself so I don't get caught up. But like scripture say, the simple pass on and are punished, right? But that's all I want to bring out. Just want to bring my meditations and put into a lesson, just a quick lesson. Again, just, going off of these precepts that I brought out, being sober, watching and being watching and on to prayer. Because again, it's very interesting. This government shutdown. Now ICE agents are there. We'll see how things play out, but it could very well happen to where a quote unquote random occurrence happens over there. And then now it's just, oh, okay, TSA agents are now, I'm sorry, not TSA agents, excuse me, ICE agents are now going to be permanently at airports now. It's just very interesting that these things are all playing out like that. So I hope and pray that this video has been edifying. Ending, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Kwadash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the whole elect. Shalom.